Yeah, what's poppin'? It's your boy Smrack. You already know, from the soul. Ayan Haseyo. Shout out to my brother Tiger, you know what I'm saying? You already know, support my bro Tiger, cause he official. You know what I'm saying? He my Korean brother. He always supported me. So casamida on that, you know what I'm saying? You already know. We on R&T, real nigga time. You already know you can't copy respect. Smrack.
Hey, yo, Ice-T in the building out here in Jersey at this battle rap situation, representing from the soul, alright?
Yo, man, shout out to the bro, man, Tiger, man.
Pulled
up personally, man.
Know it.
Two halves, man.
Yeah.
Nigga, whole, man, got to be from the soul. That's what I know. That's something God love, man. So, yeah. That's the only way it can be done, man. It should be done, hear me? From the soul, you hear me?
What's up? This is Mel coming live from the suburbs of Shaolin. Y'all already know. Shout out to Tiger, and the show is From the Soul. Right.
Yo, we here from the soul, baby. My nigga Tiger got it. Yeah!
Yo. Oh, man. Yo, I got a Harlem legend. Like, yo, Mr. 10 Toes Down, a.k.a. Shaft. Yo,
up, bro?
What's going on? Before I put my hand out and give you a pound, I want to talk to you about, like, yo, like, how you call me out, right? Yeah. Saying that, yo, you feel like, yo, I'm a culture vulture, like, yo, you know? Yeah. And I seen you with China Mac. Shout out to the bro China Mac. Yeah. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
It'll rub anybody the wrong way if
like,
they feel that's not what they are.
Right.
Yeah.
It did. And I'm like, yo, why you call me? Why? Like, let's go straight to the point. Let's go straight to the bullshit first, man. Why you call me? Why?
I feel like.
Shut up. Nah.
Yeah. I feel
nah, man. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to you, like, it's a difference between you and China Max. So when it came to you, I felt like you was exploiting black culture as far as not only in the hip hop way, because you interview a lot of guys in hip hop and what you call that, battle rap. You interview a lot of them brothers.
No, I love battle rap.
Yeah, but then you interview the other brothers, like you amping on the beef when it came to Fayback and.
But you called. I felt like you called me that before that.
That's right, before that. So then before that, I felt that you was exploiting black culture because. How? Because you was talking about shit in black culture as far as hip hop and rap and all that, right?
What's black culture? What's black culture?
Black culture is the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we hip hop.
Hip hop. Let me stop you right there. You said hip hop.
Yes.
It started from the Bronx.
Yeah.
And what is hip hop? To me, it's graffiti, art, breakdance.
Yeah.
Right? MCing.
That's right.
Right? Being in the streets, right?
Yeah.
Getting together. It started with the black and brown, right?
Yeah.
But hip hop, what hip hop is I think hip hop is everything. It evolved to, like, hip hop is just not no. It's the lifestyle.
It's not just no.
It's a lifestyle.
Nationality is everybody's.
It's hip hop. It started from, like I said, it started.
But that's a spin people could put on it. But let's just say, like,
that's how I see it. Like, and you.
All right, so let's say,
and I feel like Asians contributed to the culture. To even to the Asians right now. Like,
no, don't get it twisted. Asians, black, white, anybody could be a culture vulture. Black man could be a culture vulture. Don't think because you Asian, I was saying that. When I say culture vulture, I mean that. Look, boom. You come into the culture, right? You know the hip hop, you know the rap, you know all of that, right? You know the graffiti. But did you ever bring your culture to our side and teach us about it? Do you go into your communities and teach the Asians about the black hip hop culture and us? And not only the culture, but black violence that's going on in our communities. Do you go to your neighborhoods and teach that?
But my neighborhood is with everybody. I live with.
Okay, I understand you live with everybody, but when I say a neighborhood, I mean the Asian community. You're part of the Asian community.
Yes, but at the same time, I'm here. I'm an American, right?
Of
I
course,
was in Korea.
we all here. We all here. I don't
Right.
mean in Korea. I'm just talking about where you from.
I'm from Korea, but I'm from Flushing, Queens.
You from Flushing, Queens, where there's a lot of Asians in Flushing, Queens.
Right.
Do you bring that hip hop to Flushing, Queens? Do you bring Flushing, Queens to hip hop?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
By being myself.
Okay, being yourself, but do you teach that to the people? You see how you push rap? Boom, you in it. You up in here interviewing brothers and all that. You
Yeah.
pushing rap. Do you be in here pushing the same thing when it comes to the Asian community?
I'm not really in the Asian community.
Yes, you are. Yes, 100%.
How you gonna tell me that?
You in the Asian community.
What? I'm not like.
Hold on. You grew up, your mother and father's Asian, right?
Yes.
Did they teach you Asian culture?
Yes.
Oh, they grew up hip hop.
So no, okay, boom. So if I bring like a brother, a friend of mine, like if I bring you to my crib, to my house, you'll see the thing, and if I bring you to my parents, you'll see the culture. So yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? I did bring my. You know what I'm saying? Like other different nationalities to my house.
You bring them to your house, but do you bring the culture when they come to your house? Boom. This is how we eat. This is how we live.
Course.
This is how we feel about the black community when it comes to your parents. To expand, not only from you, but to expand your experiences with black people. So when I'm saying you experiencing black culture, because there's something that caught your eye with hip hop and graffiti and all that. Something caught your eye that you liked it. You didn't see a color, you didn't see none of that. Or
Right.
maybe
I
you
didn't
did.
see
I don't
no
know.
color.
Okay, so cool. So when you come into it, us as black people who started hip hop and all that, when somebody else come into it, we're gonna look at them different. That's just how life is. You're gonna automatically, if I went to China and I started making Asian music, y'all gonna be looking at me like, oh shit, this black dude could talk Chinese, he can do this, he can do that like us. Y'all gonna wanna know, like, yo, what's up with this dude? Is he really part of us, or is he just doing it just to try to be down? Or, you know, it's gonna be some questions there. So I'm just saying, when it come to you, do you bring that same Asian, like, look, the way y'all eat as Asian people, right? Y'all have Asian meals, y'all have different names for it.
Okay.
Do you teach that to black people?
Of
the
course.
same way you know about our.
So
I'm talking about on here on YouTube.
Yes, of course. I'm of course.
Like China Mac, you see, like China Mac eats, boom. He teaches Asian what he eats, boom. Then he was telling them about when he was in Chinatown. Not only that, right? Even gang culture, because you speak about beefs and gangs and all that other shit. Battle rap. Do you bring that from the Asian to the black? We black people don't know too much about Asian culture, is what I'm saying.
Right.
So when I say culture vulture, I mean that you're in our culture, feeding off us. Let us get something to eat. Let us eat. Some black people feel you got Korean stores and Chinese stores, right? Opening up in our community. How the fuck y'all can do that? How do y'all do it? Give us the key. Show us how y'all do it. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to know, like,
all
how
right,
can
but
y'all
if you could go real that deep, right? How come you guys are not doing it like if it's black and Asian thing, right? Why is the Africans do that, but how come the black people here are not making the you know, the necessary steps to doing that?
Because a lot of the black people they weren't taught that. So that's why I say, all right, so listen. So that's why I say you and China Mac got more work to do, because y'all can reach both sides. You can reach the black, you can reach the Asians, and you can bring everything together. So that's my only thing, and it's not no beef or nothing. I was just voicing my opinion when it came
to kind of feed off that with the feedback and the paparazzi poll thing. We talked about it before on the phone. How you said I should kind of get them together and, you know, what could
bring some type of peace to it,
or so, you know, like exactly resolution. Like, okay, you guys got beef. What's the resolution though? What's the after? Right?
And that's
what's
the
cause and
questions you should have been asking.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But at the same time, you know, I didn't see it like that. You know, I'm just like, yo, I asked paparazzi Poe because I know these things. So I'm like, yo, a person like Fayback, I felt like he was always 100, right? So when he's saying that he's not your father, that it just automatically clicked. Like, oh shit, like, yo, why is he, a person like his stature, saying that he's not your pops, and he's saying that he knows you? So he went on the rant, whatever, and Fayback calls me like, yo, I need to do that interview. Like, yo.
All right,
so when he said that, he spoke his piece. So, like I said, like, you know, like And after, and I put out the video, and after what you said, I try to talk back to the brothers, right? Like, yo, you know, like, can we get this shit straight? Cause, you know, I have an older bro that wants to settle this, and, you know, he sees the bigger picture. You guys are kings. Yo, let's get this thing right. And one person said, nah, I ain't with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, so the whole thing is this, right? One person say nah. That's cool. He can say nah. If the other one says yes, or even if he says nah, you have the attention already. You could bring them back up there. You don't have to make them come together physically or on the phone, but now you can redirect your questions when it comes to them and the way you did it. The way you did it was you did paparazzi poll, then you did Fayback. And then when you was talking to Fayback, it was like, yo, why he saying us his pops? Word. And when he's saying, and when he talking, it's like you amping it up like, what? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. What? Oh, that's like amping it up. So now,
like instigating almost?
Yeah, instigating. So paparazzi poll on the other is like, this bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know how it goes in the black community. You know black violence and when you instigating, that's how they're going to take it. That's how I took it. And that's how other people going to take it. So I believe that at the end of the video, you can let them beef and voice their opinions about one another. Right. Now, what's the resolution? What we going to come to? Do you ever think you can sit down with the brother and speak with him? What are y'all even beefing about? Like, it's certain questions that you got to give them some challenging questions to make them think for a minute. Like, is it worth it? Do you have kids? Is your kids worth you going back to prison? You know that you a leader. You know that you got people that's following behind you that's ready to go to war with you. So it's not just about y'all two, it's about the brothers that's behind y'all, because now this becomes bigger than what it really is. I spoke to Fayback Pops, and he told me in a nutshell, like, yo, it would be great for you to talk to my son, to help my son, because I don't want my son to go there and get in trouble, because, you know, a father's love is like, I will do anything, and his father served the time already, so ain't no reason why you should be out here even beefing. And that's what I tell my kid. I served 21 years. Why are you out here doing crime? I already did the time for you, me, and everybody else, so you shouldn't be doing crime, because you should know the end result of what I've produced. So that's the same thing when it comes to them. So I understand your reasoning, because you felt like, I was just asking the question. I ain't see like it was beefing or nothing, but like, I was just bringing it to your attention that, you know what, this is how you're being viewed from the outside. Some may see it like that, some may not. It's going to be negative and positive always, but every time it should always end with a positive note when it comes to any culture. And violence is in between that. It should always end with a positive note.
Right. But you know what's weird? Like right now in America, like, you know, like you said with the violence, I think hip hop culture perpetuates right now a lot of violence.
Definitely.
A lot of violence.
But I don't think
Asians don't do that. Asians don't do that. Asians don't. But you know what I mean? They show the most purest form within the 30 years. We were like we were slaves just like y'all, right? Doing the railroad. We you know, we was brought here too, like in half of them. You know what I mean? And I felt like, you know, we was, you know, if you do the math and the history, we were slaves. We did the railroads, you know, same way. We was, you know.
Okay, so look, so see what you just said about Asians, and we was slaves, and we was this and that.
And when I was in prison, they said that we blacks and Asians were one too. Black Asiatic.
Okay, but you didn't teach that. So when I say you got more work to do, some black people don't even know that. So you can teach that when it comes to teaching. This is about teaching, expanding other people's minds, and let them learn who you are. So when it comes to you, right?
Yeah.
Opposed to China Mac. Right. With you, not too many people know who you are.
Right.
When they see China Mac, they know who he is. He been in prison. Right. They know he done been in a gang. They don't know he done went to war. They know his ins and outs. He done did shit with his parents on there, taking his moms to chemo, I think it was. You know, he's giving everybody, he's an open book. He's being vulnerable. When it come to you, nobody probably even know you locked up before.
Right. Like, I'm sure like my peoples know.
They know. What people know? My people know?
Oh, no.
Everybody out there in the world knows?
No.
They need somebody that they can understand. Nobody want to talk to nobody that they don't know. So when you on that TV, that's why I say talk back to me. Because I feel the people talking to me. I'm talking to you. So when you talking, they talking back to you. You got many people that's on the screen looking at you talking like, this motherfucking Chinese motherfucker. But you know, with Asians, everybody's Chinese.
Yeah, but that's it right there. But that's it. Right, to me, that's ignorant. That's racist too.
No. When a person just screaming out, when a person is just screaming out in their own home, it's nothing wrong with you at home, but when you start bringing it out and start displaying it to people, okay, now it's another thing. But just because a person said that out their mouth, that's not what's in their heart and what they mean. That's like an old lady driving down the street, right? And she get cut off by somebody. And she'd be like, oh, I just kill this motherfucking asshole. She ain't gonna kill nobody. That's not what's in her heart. That's not what she really want to do. That's just a moment of her anger and frustration and emotion.
So that emotion's gonna show you that you're like almost racist, half racist.
No, I don't think just because that emotion came out of your mouth, that's what's in your heart and what you feel about a person. So you got a girl?
No, right now, no.
You had a girl before, but you ever had an argument when to call her a bitch?
Of course.
Okay, do you believe that she's a bitch? The true meaning of the word?
No.
Hell no. You see her as your woman, your queen. If you got a kid with her, whatever. You see, but you called her a bitch though.
Yeah.
Did you mean it? Is that what she is?
Maybe
no.
at the moment I meant it.
At the moment. Okay. So then let's not live in the moment. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to the YouTube channel, when it comes to us as a people, black, Asian, white, whatever it is. Because there's only three: black, white, and Asian.
Hispanic?
Everybody, they with the blacks. They could play anything. They could play black. They could play with the white. You know, they could go any way they want to go. But when it comes to race, nationalities, those three, everybody gonna fall up under something. And mostly black and white. You're gonna fall up under one of them two. But when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to exploitation, when it comes to culture vulture, that's like, that word is just crazy. And I'm tired of the word now. So I'm just trying to keep it a buck on the surface. So I believe that.
And you know, I think Asian people like kind of like, you know, like I said, like it's more contributing. I feel like, right?
No, I believe that Asians contributed years down the line. Like
when it comes to hip hop
started, when down the line,
like right now, they're
like
40 years behind in the Asian, you know, but it's the purest art form. All they do
no
Asian, violence,
Asian, y'all motherfuckers,
fashion.
I did the joint on my channel where y'all with breakdancing, nobody could fuck with y'all. Y'all done took break dancing over.
Right.
Nobody can fuck with y'all break dancing.
But like right now, American hip hop, American culture with the hip hop shit is a lot of violence. And and that's one thing I really don't, want at the end of the day.
None of us want that. But you know what? You say you part of this culture, and you're part of it. You're part of the violence, okay? Because you say you're hip hop, you're part of it. So if somebody see you and it's a hip hop party and you an Asian dude there, he part of that shit. Right. So you can't say I'm not part. You part of that,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So tell me about, so my people get a better understanding of you. Tell me about your experience. Like, what you went to prison for?
Gang assault.
Gang assault?
Yeah.
How long you did in prison?
I did like a total of like 3 to 4 years. 3 to 4 years.
And what that experience was like for you?
It was a very eye opener. It was a big eye opener. Like I said, I met one of the most smartest black men. There was a lot of black people, It was a majority of blacks in prison. Like I said, I met a lot of great people. I learned how to cook, and I learned how to read a lot. I never read a book until I was in prison, so I'm very, very grateful for that experience.
All right, let me say this. Let me ask you this real quick, right? So when you look at people, do you see color, nationality? Or you just see people?
I see people.
Okay, so why I say I met a lot of black men opposed to saying I met a lot of men, educated men, positive men.
Right.
Instead of why you put the color on it? Black men, some Asian men, some Hispanic.
Because it was mostly I wanted to it was mostly black in the
okay, so cool, but why you put the color there first? If you're not about color, if it's just people and I see everybody the same, why you just say I see a lot of men, I met a lot of strong men, educated men, I learned from men.
Right.
Instead of putting the color on it, why you put a color on it?
I don't know.
I believe that we put color on it because color is a reality. Everybody want to run from color. Oh, you're racist if we use a color. There's nothing wrong with you. That's an identifier. You're identifying a person of who they are. Okay. That's to differentiate who's who, what's what. And then you start to place everybody in certain categories. You might not set out your mouth, but in the back of your subconscious, you're placing everybody in categories because that's how society has taught us to put each one of us into categories. We put Asians in one category, white, black, Hispanic. Everybody's placed in a certain category. And it's done not out of malice. It can be done you know, not even thinking about it the same way when you did the interview with Paparazzi Poe and the young brother. Fayback. You didn't think it was nothing. It was just, you know, I just thought it was just, I was just interviewing him. I didn't see the true dynamics behind it and the violence that it can cause and how it's perpetuating the whole situation. And, you know what I'm saying?
And then you opened my eyes with that.
Yeah.
Like,
so my whole thing with you was like, yo, if I wanted to amp on you and one of the gang members you was with, I could interview two of y'all and do the same exact thing and then amp it up. Because number one,
how would you do it?
because if you was a shadow?
No, yeah, but it was gang assault, but I was never in a gang.
Okay,
so
cool.
I'm
let's just say.
Okay, got it.
Just for video purposes, let's just say you was a flying dragon and this
Ghost
shadow here. I want to amp on the beef. I interview one and talk about the other one. I interview that one, he talk about that one. That automatically is causing conflict. You know why? Because we already know that they're rivals.
Right.
Before you interviewed Poe and Fayback, you knew that they were rivals already. You already knew they had something going on.
For sure.
So just by interviewing them and talking about the other one, now you amping it on. You bringing something there to the table that was already there, but now you putting it in a bigger, broader arena because you have a platform. You got, how many views you got from that shit? A lot of views for both of them. No, you did Poe twice and Fayback once. So you got over 30,000 views between the three. You know what I'm saying? So now you're talking to a big audience. So now they got to go on here and perform even more. So it's not like in the street where it's just between them, they mans and them. Now they on here, people gonna be looking, they really gotta perform on here because the people gotta hear this nigga's a bitch. And then the other one gotta be like, what? Something like dick nigga boom boom. And then next thing you know, you see, even when you did the car scene.
I didn't do it.
No, when you spoke about it, and then he started talking about the car scene.
Right, well, to Fayback.
Yeah, Fayback. You see how he spoke about it? And I got in the win and this and that.
Right.
And then Paparazzi Paul come back, yeah, he ran, he's a bitch. Nigga took off, he didn't want to stop. So now you pushing it. You know what I'm saying? To where you don't even have to bring none of that there. Your whole interview could have been about solutions. I'm gonna bring some solution to this whole situation. Yo, what up, Fayback? Yeah, what's good, bro? Yeah, man. I know about you and Paparazzi Post situation. I'm not here to talk about your beef. I'm here to talk about how we gonna bring this shit to a halt and get some type of positive influence in this shit. He would have guaranteed he would have been like, nah, I want to talk about this bitch ass nigga. He would have did that. He would have had the flow. He would have had the flow with you. This is your channel. Plus, you be hitting niggas up. You be hitting dudes off.
Right.
So he's gonna have to go with the flow. The same thing with Paparazzi Poe. Now, when you start speaking about the other brother, you gotta keep it to a minimum. You don't want him to just go off on because it's your show. When you look at it, you see that you controlling the interview. You're the one that's asking the questions. You're the one that can stop him and cut him off. Hold on. Yo, but what about, you know? So you control it. That's your channel. Whenever you bring somebody up there, the same thing I told you with Big Pun. Wife. I said, when you bring her up there, don't go off on about Fat Joe.
Right.
Your whole thing is about resolution. We could talk about Fat Joe in a situation. Now, I want you to be the voice of Pun to his wife. If you be the voice of Pun, and I want to know, what would Pun say today about this whole situation with the Fat Joe? Oh, this is Pun. Okay, talk to the camera. I want you to talk to Joe. But talk as Pun. And I don't want you to use your personal feelings. This is Joe's brother. The brother he helped. He loves Pun.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? This is his brother. Speak to him. You know, because you got to bring the family and everybody back. Even whatever happened between them, Pun right now would say, fuck all that. If he could talk from fuck all that, I got my son, I got my daughter. I want Joe and my wife to work it out. He gonna want them to work it out. You ain't gonna want them all up in the public doing this bullshit. But back to you with the experience. You had any fights in prison?
Of course. In the beginning.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, like, yo, I ain't Chinese. They'd be like, what? Like, I was like, and they'd be like, yo, you're Chinaman. I'm like, yo, I ain't Chinese, yo. And they'd be like, what? Like, I came off aggressive.
Yeah.
So they're like, what? Yo, son, you think
it person,
right? And then I always got it on, and later on, it was me. It was how I carried myself. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that's what I learned. Like it was kind of like how I moved. Like, you know, like I should have been like, nah, bro. Like, you know.
So you had fights there before?
Yeah.
So what was that like? You had a fight with the Spanish dude. The Spanish dude or something, right? Big dude. And what happened with that?
he you know what I mean? He hit me in my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I tried to kick him. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, the CO was like, yo.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was like, he was involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day in the island, like, you know, they were like.
So did you feel like you was more of a prey because you was like the only Asian that was there amongst?
Yeah, they were like, motherfuckers had bodies when they were 18. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm there for like two years. You know what I'm saying? So it was like a whole different. But like I said, like at the time when I was young, I wasn't thinking about none of that. I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I could, you know, if you're violent, I'm gonna turn violent as well.
Yeah.
But now it's like, yo, I don't want to go to, cause hell no. Like, hell no. Like, that shit is like, hell no. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to live righteous. I'm trying to, you know, and like I said, I have a lot of relationships with like a lot of, you know, people. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna put that on camera, like, you know. That's
so that's what got you into doing videos now?
Yeah, cause like I gotta, you know, like it was a couple of things, you know. I was at my lowest point and a couple of friends, you know, shout out to them, you know who you are. You know, they, you know, and I'm just, you know, I started working my 9 to 5. And then from there, you know, I'm doing the YouTube thing. And like I said, it's like kind of from the soul and like, you know, it's like the whole thing, like a Korean kid with soul. And I collect sneakers, S-O-L-E.
And you from Seoul? Korea?
Like, yeah, Korea.
You from Seoul?
Gwangju to be exact.
Oh, you from Gwangju?
Yeah.
So you're not from Seoul?
Nah, I'm not.
No? Oh, okay.
But, you know.
All right.
But it's Korea.
Yeah,
Korea,
yeah.
Seoul, Korea, you know.
Yeah.
I'm from Gwangju though.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's like a little countryside in Korea. But I came here when I was 3.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And speaking of prison, you went to prison, right?
Yeah.
You said what? 21 years?
Yeah.
For what?
It's murder.
What?
Gun. I had a conspiracy. I had a drug joint.
The fuck? And you killed somebody?
Yeah.
Man, what's that like? Like, you know,
That's a never-ending experience.
Never-ending experience.
Yeah, never.
Like, can you elaborate? Like what?
Because for most people out there that took a person's life, they don't view, for the guys that did it before and have empathy and sympathy for what they've done, they don't view it as, I caught a body, you have to lay a nigga down. But guys that serve time, most guys that did over 20 years and all that, they have that remorse. So
do you have that remorse?
Definitely, 100%. That's why I don't even talk about it. I don't even speak about it because I believe that I've served my time. I went to the parole board, and that's where I left it at, right there. But I give people a little bits and pieces of it because it can still bring up some emotion, knowing that I took a life. I took a person's child, son, nephew. He wasn't a father, but I look at my child now and think about if somebody took my child's life, what can you tell me if you took my son's life? I'm gonna want blood too, you know? So that's why when I came home, I was never in fear of what can happen to me if his family member came back and got me, you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't my only crime of shooting. Like, I've shot people before and got away with it. So it was not only that experience as far as the murder, but all the other people that I've affected when it came to, you know, criminal crime, even selling drugs. And I believe that when you sell drugs, that's worse than murder because you killing thousands of people now. How many people you been seeing die now off of the fentanyl?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you might have one person that's selling that fentanyl and he just killed hundreds of people. You know, you can't say, yo, it was intentional. He was thinking selfishly and he was trying to get money, but at the same time, you killed hundreds of people opposed to this person just killing one person intentionally. But the whole experience of being in prison for that crime, you know, you looked up to. You was like, oh yeah, you got a body. I remember back when I first was in there, they had these t-shirts that came out and they was called Catching Bodies. You remember those?
No.
And on the shirt it said Catching Bodies Part 1. And it had like a cemetery, dead bodies over here, and it was Part 1. And I had that. I had part 1, part 2, then I had part 3.
What?
And I wore that shit with pride. And on Rikers Island, people look like, oh shit, yo, he got bodies. Like, yo, that motherfucker, they call bodies now. He get busy. You looked up upon when it comes to the more heinous your crime is when you're in prison. So the whole transition took some time. I had to take some time before I could begin to understand and realize what I've done and how I've offended in human life and society in a whole, you know? So when it comes to that, that's why I say it's a never-ending experience. I still have nightmares. I still have sleepless nights now. I still see him. I still see the night looking down on him looking up to me.
What?
Yeah, I still see it. So that's why I say to a lot of people, like, you know, one dude you interviewed before, he got 3 bodies, you know, and doing all this dumb shit. You ain't really got that because you really don't know what it's like to live with that spirit. Those who know that spirit haunts you forever. If you got a body, if you got 2, 3, 4 bodies that they don't even know about, and you got away with it, or if that was part of the deal, you don't know those spirits that haunt you. The older you get, the more you understand, especially if you have empathy, sympathy, and begin to gain some type of value and morals in your life.
And speaking of the body, you know, I know my bro K.A. Shout out to K.A.
Yeah, K.A., my man.
And he said that he met you in prison too.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, that was like the only guy who had a bigger chain in the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
you know? And were you like a bodybuilder? Like you seem like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I got into bodybuilding, and I was doing, it was a bodybuilding thing where you do on the internet. I was doing it from inside. See, like Eastern Correctional Facility, they had bodybuilding in there, poles downs and all that, dudes working out. I never made it over there to be part of that.
What?
So,
because
I wasn't in that jail. So
got it.
That was like a luxury prison to be in. You know?
Eastern?
Yeah. And the prison I was in, all the other prisons I was in, I had to go through the internet. So my family, I used to take pictures, boom, send them out, and they would post it. And then this organization wound up getting a hold of my pictures and was like, yo, we doing natural bodybuilder of the year, and you're gonna battle against the world, everybody, all over the world, all countries. And I won. And they gave you, I remember back then, they gave you like a protein powder, they gave you $100.
So then, so how did you, you, no steroids?
Hell no.
So how did you get that big? Like,
I mean, it's basically genetics when it comes to working out people's body.
It's genetics?
Structure. Definitely, hell yeah. That's the number one thing. And then it's all about hard work and dedication, resting, eating right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about.
That's one thing I envy a lot, like about your brothers, man. Like,
but Asians got
they got the
good
freaking
genetics
mad. I knew mad people who never work out. 8-pack. I'm like, yo, how do you? What the fuck?
But Asians, y'all
genetics,
genetically
yo,
slim.
they eat fucking all types of bad food.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm like, yo, that shit is not like they're playing ball, like grabbing the rim, and I'm like, yo, like, how do you like? What the fuck?
You gotta apply yourself, man. When it comes
now it's applying my genetics or what? Come on.
No, the genetics play a part as far as your structure and how big you could be in a certain different. Like when you look at bodybuilders, black people, right? Not most of us got big legs. White boys got the legs on lock.
Why
upper body because it's genetically in.
Isn't it like working out legs?
People, no, you can work it out, but it's just their genetics. Their legs is just like overpowers ours. But when it comes to the whole body structure, we knock them out the box.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got some white guys who don't have good legs, but the majority, their legs is like overpowering. And I believe that when it comes to Asian kids, when I was gone, most of the Asian dudes I fuck with and all that, a lot of them didn't apply themselves. They didn't push as hard as everybody else did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will come out, work out, and do little shit, and y'all don't see results. I quit, man. This shit ain't working. I'm like, come on, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going because you slim. You got a small frame. You gotta build past that. You gotta push that muscle. You know what I'm saying? Every time you rip it and it heal, you gotta rip it again. You gotta keep ripping those muscles.
And another thing I wanted to ask you about too, which K.A. said that he really respected you, was that you had like business outside of like while you was in prison.
Yeah.
Like to me that's like, you know what I mean? That's a big thing. Like how you know, like how like,
I mean,
how did you like how'd you do? Like
I fed off what I learned about, like as far as hearing the word and seeing van services coming up and shit. I'm like, oh shit, I could do that. Then I tell my girl, like, yo, listen, this is what I want you to do, but don't tell nobody it's coming from through me, because you know, in prison people don't want to see you progress, so they gonna start trying to shoot your joint down. So I started the van service. Then I was trying to do the clothing joint, and then I started selling myself. And when I say I sell myself, meaning that the pictures I used to take with bodybuilding, I started going on these websites, pen pal websites.
wow.
And people I had people pay for pictures. I had people that just wanted to just take care of me just because of my drive and the way that I, you know, carry myself and handle myself from in prison, and still had that positive energy and attitude, still had a good word to give advice. But at that time, I was a manipulator though. Though we all manipulate to get what we want at times, but my manipulation was money. I was all about money. I needed bread in my account. That's what I was about. You know what I'm saying? So when it came to people, I didn't give a damn who it was. The judge put it in my papers that he's a manipulator. He manipulates the system. So when I went to the parole board,
He said
they
that?
spoke about it. Hell yeah.
What?
Word. He was like, this is a young kid right here.
Speaking of
you can't trust him. He
manipulating,
manipulated the system.
That's what you did to me too. It's like, you know, in prison, you know, you threw the Newport box in the bed, like you and then I fell for the bait. Like I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna, you know, you hit the bumper, you know what I'm saying? You know that old trick, you hit your car bumper and see if he come out. Yeah, you pulled that on me. And, you know,
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, that was manipulated.
But no, listen. I wouldn't have let up until you or China Mac answer. I'm not letting up because I want some answers. Right. So of course I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna say certain things. I'm gonna do certain things to push you, but I want to keep it on a positive note. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep it on, you know. And look, when it came to China Mac, right? I said what I said to China Mac, then boom, he hit me, was like, yo, that's how you really feel, gang? I was like, yeah, that's how I feel, whatever. He hit me in a DM on my Instagram. And then he didn't answer me. I made the next video. And then another video, then he was like, yo, you a clown. You clout chasing, you this and that. Now I tell people about impulse control and holding their head and all that. At that very moment, my blood boil. I'm like, fuck, you calling a clown. I twist this dude. I said, yo, hold on, man. So I went to his DM and was like, yo, I don't know if this is you on here saying that, but if it is you, we could take the shit off of this YouTube shit and go somewhere else with it. Call this number. And then he called me. And then he was like, yo, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I meant no disrespect. Then he started telling me like, yo, the same way you was calling me shit, I said clown, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean it that way, but I was offended by the way you was coming at me, this and that, but I took offense to it. And I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got things, I still work on me. Nobody's perfect and nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's, I don't care, from the preacher, Jesus Christ, everybody.
Right.
So I'm still working on me. So when it came to that, I still have that poor impulse control at times. So once he said it, I'm like, oh no, all right, it's on now. I'm a fucking nigga up. That's it. So that's what my mind said. So now the battle comes. Because I put myself out there to be challenged. I put myself out there. I say stuff to certain people, boom, so they come back. And if they come back a certain way, do I respond with the same aggression? And then now I'm in the streets and we clapping at each other? Nah, I gotta challenge myself. You know what? This is how I can challenge myself, and this is how I can become better. So when it came to you, I thought that you was just egging me and just pushing. I'm like, oh, he gonna keep pushing this shit? Oh, all right, you know what? He don't even want to answer, it's on. So then you called me after you left the number, and then you called me. Then we was on the phone for like, what, 3 hours? 4 hours, you know what I'm saying? And then come to find out with you and China, we both got the same people.
Right.
Don't even know, like,
Right.
KA people, boom, yo, you cool, yeah, that's people, nah, that. And then it's like, oh, snap. I didn't even know, you know what I'm saying? He was like this, and KA told me, like, nah, he official. He one of the backpackers. He from back in the day, young little dude, always in the hip-hop, official. He ain't no culture vulture, this and that. And I'm going to take KA word, you know what I'm saying? He official real dude, LES dude. He don't be playing no games, and he's not with nobody running, trying to steal the culture. So I know he ain't going to be playing with it. So he knows you. So I'm like, all right, so we can sit down and have a conversation. Same thing with China.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So even if look, if a Japanese dude got up here right now and he talking this and that, you're culture vulture. Get on out of here. You playing games. I could use that or I could use something else, but you're gonna have a conversation. But before I do that, I hit him up first. Yo, I'm about to make a video about you. I want to know why you in this culture, what you like so much about it. Boom, we're gonna kick it. And then I want to learn about your culture. Tell me something about your culture. What can I learn from you? What can you teach me? Well, like, what's the best foods to eat?
You ever had Korean food?
Hell yeah.
The
Korean food is mean.
Fire,
mean,
right?
Hell yeah. And that's the thing. I'm like, yo, he ain't talking about the Korean food. He ain't talking about the Korean woman. Nothing. Tell me about the woman.
Yeah.
Dudes want to get with Korean. You see the one I did the interview with?
Yeah.
Like, dudes want to see. You got people that like Asian women. Tell us about your woman. You know about ours. Tell us about your woman. Tell us about your culture. Tell us, get one of your people, right, who is racist, who don't like blacks. Why you don't like black people? Let's talk about this shit. This is a dialogue that we need to have. You know why? For we can get a better understanding of one another. That's just like growing up. I never understood. You walk past a white person, they grab their purse. Grab a purse, fine, go take it.
Yes.
But I never understood why they doing that for. Because you're being prejudged because of what everybody else did to their, not only their culture, to their race, but they have caused so much hardship on a nation of people. Now they become fear. The fear is in them now because they've done so much wrong. So now,
but at what point, you're gonna blame the next other, like, isn't it about the accountability at the end of the day too?
That's right, accountability, definitely.
And so it's like, yo, we as people, we all gotta do better, no? Like,
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah, we all gotta do better.
We can't
I gotta
be like,
do better.
yo,
You,
the
everybody.
white man did this, or the, like, I feel like, nah, yo, anymore.
No. We all gotta do better, but I still can say the white man. When I say the white man, I ain't talking about the one here today. And if I talk about the one that's today, if he ain't helping make a change or embetterment of people in the whole, then he's part of the problem from back then. Because white people today, right? All of these buildings, all of these, everybody that runs America, right? How did they get this power? They got it through who? Through their ancestors. Through the blood, sweat, and tears of black people who were brought here. Why when the Jews speak about it, it's no problem. When they speak about the Holocaust, when Elie Wiesel, that's a Jewish whatever you call it, Elie Wiesel got the Nobel Peace Prize, right? For saying that if any Jew forget what the Germans have done to them, would be like not disrespect, but like it's like murder. He's just teaching them never forget, and he made it in like a violent sense, but he got the Nobel Peace Prize. So that's why I say when they speak about their culture and what happened to them as a people, no one blamed them. But when blacks do it, they make it so, oh man, you running that white man shit again, this and that. You know why they do that? Because they want everybody to forget. And if you forget, it can happen again. So even when it comes to the Asians and how they did Japan and how they did China and how they are doing China and now how China is doing America and all this, you can't forget and you must remember history. We wasn't never taught our true history as black people growing up, period. And we still not taught the right history. That's why we have no self-love, no respect for one another. And then how can we respect and love another culture if we can't even respect our own? We would kill one another before we would even shoot at you, and you could be the one in the club with the gun about to clap everybody. We wouldn't even know. We gonna look past you. So we don't know who the enemy is no more. We don't know what's going on. We can't even form an army no more. There's no more Black Panther Party. There's no more, the COINTELPRO took that shit over. The government, whenever black people do something, they shut it down. When you look at the prison system, 5 men to a group, it's a gang, it's a crowd, you gotta break it up. Asians, 5 could be to a group, they ain't saying nothing to them. Latinos, nothing. Whites, nothing. Blacks, break it up. Automatically, they're told, break it up. Come on, let's go. When dudes just around battling, rapping, they know what's going on. Ain't nothing violent. This is what's keeping us peaceful. We rapping and get that shit off in the yard. They come and breaking it up. But you can see a group of white boys right next to us. They won't say nothing. You know why? Because they're taught, do not let the black man gain any control, because if they do, now the Asians are going to begin to wake up, the Hispanics going to wake up, and the whites who are enslaved with them in the prison system going to wake up too. And they going to control this shit. Because they believe that black people is a bigger influence than any nationality in the world. Because we have been through so much, we have always been leaders, we have been kings, the same as y'all. But when it comes to us, we've been lost, and they want to keep us down here. So when people come into the culture, I automatically got to question that shit. I don't care what nationality you are. It's not because it's you. If it's a black man, boom, I don't know. You got black guys, that's with a white mentality. Hold on, wait a minute. Who the fuck are you and what are you here for? Tell me about you. I need to know who you are before I can start trusting in you. You're not a culture vulture? Okay, tell me why you're not a culture vulture. All right, cool. Boom. That's your real belief? Okay, so now you're going to be put up under a microscope, and we're going to see if you're going to live by the laws of what you just stated and stand for. So you say you're not a culture vulture, that you about, you know what I'm saying, you're Asians and you contribute a lot to it. So now I want to see you continue to contribute with Asian culture, with Korea, just teaching us about it, teaching us the new meal that's out, teaching us how to prep something. Yeah, yo, this food is crazy good. Like, and it's good that China's doing that. China,
but I do that in real life. I don't do that on camera. I do that in real life.
This is real life too, right here. You know why? Because in real life, you're doing it, right? But I believe that you can reach much more people, because a lot of people would
we
love
gotta
to
do
see
it.
that.
Then we gotta do that. You know, the Korean grill and all that.
Hell yeah, people
Korean
would love
grill.
to see that.
Nah, that shit is.
I
fire.
know how to cook. I would love to know how to cook some Korean food.
Nah, but like we gotta go to a Korean grill, like barbecue.
Yeah, that
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely, yeah.
That
hell
shit, that shit is a little different. That shit is.
And I believe that Asians, when it comes to ones that's like standoffish and all that, I believe that they want to embrace us, and blacks that standoffish are Asians, they want to embrace them, but everyone's afraid. You know why? Because they don't know. Oh shit, can I trust them? Is the media really telling the truth about them? I don't know. They don't know what to trust. So everybody goes off what the media is saying. Opposed to sit down like, man, you doing just having a conversation. Yeah, man, yeah, word up. Yeah,
And speaking of media, though, you know, we're in the heart of Harlem right now.
That's right, 155th. This is where the rooftop was at. We right here with the rooftop. All the famous, world famous Brucey B. Everybody came through here. If you from Harlem, this is where it was happening at, man. I was part of that era.
Yo, what? The cop got killed.
Yeah. Last night. Yeah, I drove through there last night.
You drove through there?
Yeah, it was mad police out there. That's crazy. Wow. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know cop got killed. And I'm driving. I'm like, damn, something happened. Why are these police cars on the sidewalk? Big FBI trucks, everything.
But all right, so one person could be like, yo, that's a good thing. You know why? Like, yo, like we got killed by cops all the time.
No, I don't think that's a good thing, though.
And the other way is like, yo, that's like, you know, of course, like, you know, like the cop getting killed, like trying to.
Okay.
I don't.
So I look at it like this. I believe that you gotta have some people, criminal-minded people, that's gonna say fuck the police.
That's criminal-minded,
right? Boom.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. You know why? Because without police, what would it be? Total chaos. It'd be what's that movie where everybody start killing everybody? Well, I get it, but it'd be pandemonium. It'd be crazy out here. Who gonna protect everybody? Who gonna protect your mother, your aunt, sister, niece, uncle? I need the police. I love the police. I ain't gotta be the police, but I want the police to be there. You know why? If somebody's stomping you out and you running and see a police car, you gonna run by and be like, I ain't no police. I'm gonna keep running. You gonna keep running, or you gonna run over there for these motherfuckers to stop whipping you out? What you gonna do? You looking for some type of help. They're here. Now, you have those who are here to help the community and protect and to serve. But then you got those who are corrupt. And like, you always gonna have good and bad. But when it comes to a cop being killed for no reason, nobody, human life should be taken, period, for nothing. There's no explanation on taking another person's life.
Like I said, but like, what if I'd be like, yo, what if I'm the mother of a, you know, of the person who died by the police hands? How are they gonna feel? Like,
okay, so then that's the same thing. We go back to the Asian culture, right? Do we blame the whole state and all the police all over the world for what this one or two cops did to this person? Or do we blame them two police officers and put them on trial and seek justice?
But they all get away with it, and they said that it was.
They all don't get away with it. Not all of them. And that's why, right? Look, so being that you said that, they all get away with it. The majority get away, and some are held accountable. But what will it take for them not to continue to get away with it? It's going to take us as people to come together, like me and you coming together now. And it starts with 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. And they keep expanding. And then next thing you know, the police are going to begin to say, because you got some officers that would love to do this and debate and talk with the community. I believe that the police, their whole training need to be taken out and retrained, because first they train is us against them.
Right.
Opposed it's us there in their community to help them. You know what I'm saying? And when I
We
say
pay
their
our
community,
taxes.
we pay our taxes, we pay their taxes, right?
Right.
Not only that, but when you look at the communities, right? All officers that's in the communities are from other communities. Long Island, Staten Island, Queens, and they put them in the black communities, right? And these are white kids that grew up not mostly with black kids or black communities, and when they come in here, they automatically viewing us on the way they were taught and grew up. So they looking at us as enemies, in which they taught in the academy. And then when they come to the street, they automatically got this authoritative figure, and you gonna listen to what the fuck I say. And if you don't, I'ma lock your ass up. You know? Opposed to, it'd be beautiful if police was to pull up on blocks, young boys, and just get out and talk. They don't teach them that. They don't teach them how to interact with the communities in which we're from. That's why from even in prison to now, you always hear dudes be like, oh, nah, I see, oh, he mad cool, he cool, nah, he good. Or for police be like, oh, nah, he mad cool, nah, son, nah, don't fuck with him, be easy out here tonight, son, nah. Officer so-and-so's working, be easy, he cool. You know why that is? Because he's part of, not the problem, but helping the community.
I seen that when I was like, yeah, that officer's cool.
Hell yeah, always in every prison. I don't care how much dudes, yo, I'm gangster, fuck the police, this and that. All the gangsters that go to prison, they all know a CO who they cool with. Everybody got a seal that they was cool with. Oh, nah, he cool, he good. If you in the box, boom, he come through, yeah, I gave you extra cornbread, a piece of chicken. Yeah, good looking out, seal. Boom, you gonna be cool. Then when you get out, you be like, yo, seal, yo, my package came, yo, I couldn't, this and that, yo. He called down to the room, yeah, they got your package, go down there now. Boom, now he become the cool one. So now when dudes in there loud and all that, yo, quiet down, he gonna go to the back, yo, chill, he cool, man, nah, be easy tonight. That's how it is. So it's the same thing with the community. It's not a big deal. It's all about how they're taught and how we live in. We already looking at them as the enemy. They looking at us as the enemy. What's going to be? It's going to be war now. It's going to be war. Anything else?
This is from the soul, man.
Yeah.
And
so yo, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When you grew up, people was like, yo, you talking the other dude, the Latin dude. He was like, yo, you talk about karate and kung fu, this and that, and I was saying like, yo they know karate, right? They know kung fu and shit. You know karate?
Nah.
You don't know karate?
Nah.
But you just said you had to fight on Rikers Island. You kicked.
So what?
Oh, that was a stunt.
Nah,
to keep a motherfucker off.
Yeah, exactly.
You see, you using it to keep a motherfucker
right there.
off.
Yeah, exactly. But you can't tell that.
See, but I don't think that all Asian everything, no karate, no kung fu, but that's part of your culture. That's what y'all brought over here to America. Y'all didn't bring that here? Y'all brought martial arts here.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee brought it here. They didn't want
Wu-Tang, that's why even the Wu-Tang, we can be like, yo, they stole our culture. Nah, we embraced it, like they embraced that. Mm-hmm. They, you know what I mean, to their raps and
that's right. But you can, have the right to question it.
I don't. I love this shit. Like, nah, I don't at all. Right. It's like
but listen, you know what? That's the beauty in it though.
Right.
Where Wu-Tang took martial arts, right? And took your culture.
Right.
And put music to it. And made it like so when I first seen it on the island, and when it came on, the chess boxing, oh, I'm gonna give I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is that? Swords up in here. And it brought me back to karate movies. I'm like, oh, this is the joint. Because the sounds and the king, hi. You automatic like, oh shit, it's that Chinese shit, kid. That's official. So that's the beauty of it. And when I look at, because I look at a lot of the breakdancing with the Asians, they official. You can throw one of y'all in the crowd and somebody throw him back on the stage and he'll still be bugging. He'd be official. I'm like, yo, they light on their ass, do 1,000 windmills and 1,600 fucking head spins and get up and smoke a cigarette.
Oh,
y'all
my
official,
God.
Son.
Hey, yo, and like I said, this is from the soul, right? And I'm a big sneakerhead, man. And like, were you like a sneaker person coming up, or?
Nah, I like boots. I'm a boot man. You see, I got boots on. I always got boots. Everything I wear is boots. I wore the Jordans and all that stuff. I got mad sneakers, but I'm not the sneakerhead how y'all are. Y'all crazy with the sneakers, man. Y'all be sitting outside in benches and shit with tents. Y'all crazy, man. Peeing in buckets. Y'all be bugging for fucking sneakers. Yo, I ain't doing that. Nah, I ain't no sneakerhead like that. I rock some joints, you know.
You know, and I know you was I know you was a boot head, but like, yo, I had to switch it up, cause you know why? I had to switch it up, cause I felt like, you know, for me it's like a workout thing. So when you're in the gym, and you know, like, you want to be comfortable and get, you know what I mean, and look good at the same time. Yeah. And I had to, like, you know, like, yo, shout out to my connect in VA, man.
Got some joints, huh?
Yo, I
got 10 some joints.
Yo, the Stussy. With the,
See, now look, you're gonna have to explain them shits to me.
What?
What is this?
This is the Huaraches.
Huarache what?
Huarache Stussy Nikes.
Huarache Stussy Nikes.
It's one of the most comfortable shoes.
Yeah, they're more comfortable than Yeezys.
It might be.
Yeah.
And the colorway is stupid.
Yeah, the shit is crazy. The colors is crazy. That shit is different. I didn't even seen those. But you made them motherfuckers?
Come on. Yo, man. Yo, I appreciate everything you do. You know what I mean? You coming home, being, you know, doing the YouTube, you know? And yo, speaking of YouTube, right?
Yeah.
The last post you put out, what was that about, man?
Which one?
Wack 100 and
Oh, Wack 100. Yeah, Wack 100.
And Bulletz.
I want to fight that motherfucker bad as shit.
Why?
Man.
See, like,
pussy. He pussy. No, not fight like street fight. I want to put the gloves on and we put money up.
Oh shit.
And I don't care what his number is. Pick a number. 100,000, 200,000. What's up? And winner takes all. We don't need nobody to sponsor us. We could just fight. Because I want to fight him. Because now look.
Why though?
He's a culture vulture. Now look, man. Let me get an interview with him and sit in the car with him. I fuck him up in the car.
Stop.
I swing on him.
Why?
Because he's a culture vulture. Look at, and he's exploiting us as black people. Look how you listen to him on Clubhouse?
Not all, like, it's so many of it right now that
I listen to all that shit. He exploit us as black people. He promotes the beef. He promotes the gang culture. He promotes.
I think he's just speaking his mind on what he thinks.
Fuck that. Certain things you don't say. That's why they say a smart man knows what to say. A wise man know when to say it or when not to say it. Whatever way you say it, that little saying they say. So a smart motherfucker just gonna say it. A wise man, so he's not being wise about in his choice of words and how he see what he's doing. He see the drama he's causing, and it's all about getting his numbers up. So when it comes to his artists, when it comes time to push him, everybody's going to be aware, because that's going to be one of Wack 100. He's a controversial dude, and that's what he's pushing, and that's what he's riding on. He knows what he's doing. He's a manipulator. I was a manipulator, master manipulator. I know them when I see them. When you was in your thing and shit that you, your profession, what you good at, you could tell when a dude full of shit and how he manipulating, trying to get over whatever it is. You know, so when it come to him, I'm like, this motherfucker just using black young brothers to get on Clubhouse.
100% like that. I feel like he's speaking his mind.
Okay, he's speaking his mind.
He did prison a lot of time, like you.
No, he didn't. Where the proof at?
There was a picture of him doing prison time and shit. Like,
where they said it was in prison at though? Where the paperwork? Show us some paperwork, not a picture. Look, I told you I was in prison for 21 years, right? If you didn't know, I knew K.A. you would have believed me because you see pictures and stuff. But you don't know if that really was in it. That's just me talking. Look at Bulletz Gotti. He talk all this gangster shit. And that image that he's verbally portraying, you believe that he's that. But he's really not that. Bulletz Gotti, he got robbed on camera.
Yeah,
Bulletz Gotti got dudes in front of his house telling him, yo, you say something again, take that post down, or they're gonna be for, yeah, okay, all right. He on the phone crying. I went to his crib out in front. Come outside. I went over there. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I went over there. Yo, come outside. He peeking through the window. You came unannounced. I ain't coming out there. No, but you the one that talk all that you got guns, you get busy. I'm in front of your house right now.
Damn, you did that?
He didn't come outside. Yeah.
He said he peeked out the window?
He peeked out the window. It's on video.
What?
Yeah. Me and my cousin Sonetta went over there. And look, and we didn't go over there with the intentions of doing that to him.
What do you mean? But you like, yo, come outside. What do you mean?
No, it wasn't like, no, come outside. No, it wasn't none of that. It was, yo, Gotti, you always saying, you in your hood, I'm outside, I get busy, this and that. And you come in your tent, told you a bitch, shut up, this and that. If I seen you, I said, okay. Now I'm in your foot. Yo, what up, Gotti? Who this? It's 10 toes down. You talked all of that junk on the phone, on videos about you gonna get busy with me if you see me. Let's have a conversation. I'm outside. You outside where? I'm outside in front of your house. What? Look out the window. Pete. Yeah, that's me right there. You see me? I'm in the BMW. What's up? He like, hold on. Let me get dressed. He hung the phone up, waiting out there for him. About 15 minutes go by, he don't come. Call him back. Yo, what's up, man? I'm outside. Yo, son, you came unannounced, man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what it is. If you getting busy, you getting busy. Or you gonna come out and have a conversation. Now you came unannounced. If you worried about me with people, you can see I ain't with nobody. This me and Sonetta. You know what I'm saying? And we just here to talk. You got hammers in the house, so you can come out with your hammer and all that if you want. Come on out. Right. And we gonna talk outside. I'm gonna step out the car, we gonna talk. And then he didn't answer the phone no more. You know? So it wasn't about no violent or nothing. It was me coming to him the same way I said, yo, we can meet up. Same way with him. And he used to be, yeah, you come up in my hood, son. Word up. It's gonna be war. I know you stunting, man. I'm in your hood now. Here I go. What's up? You fronting. Because the whole thing about it, I know that language. I've seen that movie before. Right. I know you don't want to go to jail. Right. Because you know you're going to be homosexual. Yo, he going to be homosexual.
Yo, stop.
I don't know if he is now, but he's going to be. Because there is no pillar in his body. There's no strong pillars in his body. Everything is weak. Everything is bent over. That's a fact. It's a fact.
That's so crazy, bro.
That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So,
yo, and then I seen that vlog. You talked to both of them, and that shit. You had some good, like that was crazy, like.
Yeah, but when it comes to Wack 100, man, I believe that I don't see. Look, and you don't see it, right? Look, see, we still back on your ass now. You didn't see when you was doing it. You didn't see it. You're like, nah, I don't see it, son. And then I'm pointing it out to you like, all right, I can understand you saying, all right, I can see what you're saying with that. Same thing with him. You got to really watch it and understand it. Now, look, take the color off of it. Take the black face off. Now, put a white face there. Would you still view him the same? Hell no. You can't. Hell no. So, let's take the color away. And just listen to it. Yeah. Just put it on there and just listen. Don't even say nothing. Just listen to him talk. Right. You're gonna be like, yo, who the fuck is that talking over there? Yeah. Can I turn around? No, you can't turn around. You don't know it's Wack 100 or nothing. Just let him keep talking. You're gonna be like, nah, son. He started some shit. Oh, that's Wack. Oh, nah, Wack cool, man. Nah, son, you ain't gonna get this one. You ain't getting this one, man. So that's what I feel. That's what I believe when it comes to Wack. Just the name, he Wack. Wack 100 times, man. He had beef with Mike. Everybody, why he got beef with everybody? He got beef with Mike Son. He got beef with who? Name somebody he don't got beef. He got beef with everybody.
He's cool with Tekashi though.
And that's why I say he's a shelter for rats.
Damn,
now, if you living by that culture, you a gang banger, you gangster, you this and that.
But he said it's like some business because he probably made millions off him. When did you do that?
No. Not if I'm living gangster life and this is my...
He said he doesn't live that life.
Oh, when? When it's convenient. Only when it's convenient he don't live it. But on the other spectrum, he ready to get busy. We can meet up, telling people, yeah, pull up and this and that. Oh, so you gangster too. So you gonna play the middle with this shit. No, they ain't gonna play in the middle. You here, you there. And if you continue to talk gangster and criminal and deal with a rat, then that's what you are. And then the question is asking, which I ask people, I always ask people, yo, can a criminal go to jail, be gangster, official, OG and everything, come home and change his life? People say, yeah. So if he changes his life, can he live like a civilian? Meaning that if he sees something happen, can he tell what happened? They're like, oh, I don't know, son, I don't know. Nah, well, he changed his life. He's not a criminal no more. He's a civilian. Now you can't call him a rat because he's a civilian now. You know what I'm saying? He lives by the law. So when it comes to Wack 100, okay, you say you was a gangbanger, you've been to prison, you did this and that. Okay, you a civilian now. Yeah, the Wack said, I'm a civilian, I'm not. Okay, so live like a civilian and talk like a civilian. Don't talk street code, gangster shit and all that. You can talk street code, talk it, but don't talk it like you live it. You can't do that. Because now we're going to put you in the box as being a criminal and you live by the code and now you with a rat. So that make you a rat. Because I bet you this, right? Look. 100%, son. If Wack, if my son would have got Tekashi 6ix9ine before Wack got him, I bet you Wack would have been saying you a fucking rat to my son. He'd have been getting at my son. Oh, you got this rat up under you, snitch label. This would have been a rat records. He'd have went ham on my son if my son would have did it. Because he got to him first, but being that he got him and he used it, you know, he did the interview with Tekashi and he used it with saying Tekashi ain't a rat, he's a civilian.
He's a master manipulator.
Yeah, he's a master manipulator like I used to be. So that's why I say I can recognize
it takes one to know one.
That's right, and that's how I know. And I know how to deal with punks like that because I did 21 years with suckers like that. And I know with dudes like him, he gonna go for what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying, boom, check it out. Oh yeah, I gotta try to feed off of that, right? Until he get caught and then somebody walking in the cell smacking the shit out of him. Now he gotta defend himself. And you seen his last fight with the white boys.
Did he knock him out?
He happened to catch one. He knocked him out. He just caught him with a lucky left, but he had a sloppy left. He leaning all loud. He ain't letting the whole jab go. He ain't snapping it. Nothing. He halfway punching, and he just swinging. Then he start yelling at the end. Come on, you don't want no beef. You ain't no street dude. And that's why I say I want to throw the gloves on with him. And I want to punish him. I want to take my time. I'm taking my mouthpiece out and I'm going to talk to him. Wack, you a bitch. This is spot right here, you know, and see when the upper, and that's how I'm going to knocking my shit off and all that.
Oh my.
That's how real it is.
Oh,
we up in motherfucking From the Soul. That's how real it is. 10 toes to knock shit all over up in the joint.
My. Yo, that'd be epic. Does he know who you are?
Hell yeah. He know. I sent it to him. I got other people that sent him the shit. But he ain't answering. Maybe he'll answer because I'm on From the Soul, man. Because he know who you are. And he probably watch your shit.
Nah, I don't think.
And see how he could
I don't think
exploit you. Nah, he know who you are. You better. Come on, you stand out. You Asian. You stand out. You stand out. If I go to Korea right now and just walk down the street, everybody gonna be looking at me like I'm a monument. Like, oh shit. Where the fuck did he come from? Look at this big black guy. So I'm gonna stand out.
Yo, man.
Yeah, man.
10 toes, man. Yo, I really appreciate you, you know what I mean, coming through, you know what I mean? And
definitely, bro.
Putting your insight, you know what I mean, kind of like schooling me and letting me know.
How old are you, V?
I'm pretty old, man.
You ain't that old, man. Yeah. You know, Asians be looking young. Y'all be older. Y'all could be 70 looking like you're 19.
I'm like in the mid-30s and shit.
You a young dude, man. Come on, man.
How's you?
Old enough to be your pops, man. I'm old, man. I could be your pop/uncle, man.
Yo, 10 toes, man. Ah!
Yo, good looking, bro. Word up, man. Definitely, man. And for y'all out there, man, he not a culture vulture. I'm just challenging these brothers, man. And everybody need to be challenged. And anybody out there who want to challenge 10 toes, challenge me. If anything that you believe I said was wrong or in disaccord with anything, challenge me. And if I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And anything that I may have said to him that made you feel uncomfortable, I apologize for that.
Nah, not even. You know,
sometimes, though, uncomfortability is good. We need to be uncomfortable because sometimes that'll make us get on our
toes.
10 toes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yo, salute, man.
Salute.
Big dog.
Yes.